Hi there, I've got a really cool card to show you using the Cosmic Shimmer chalk clouds. I love these. I've had such a good time with them. We'll show you how they work. And I will introduce you to what we'll be using for today's video. We have the Floral Happiness Journaling Stamp Set. It's a clear stamp set. Now, I'm not a journaler, but this is a lovely set for just using for stamping. So don't let that, don't let that tell you it's only for one thing, because I'm going to use that to do this beautiful card today. We're also going to be using the Delightful Sentiments, for our sentiment. Cut that out with the pierced flags. A finishing touch using the Windswept Grasses. We're going to show you another way to use your pinwheel floral flowers. And the double-stitched hexagons are going to do a little bit of our high-low background for us. Okay. Now, because there's quite a bit of stamping to this, I've actually done a bit of it. And I've just used some of the stamps from the Floral Happiness set and randomly stamped them all over. I'm going to add a few more in. I'm going to show you the chalk clouds. This is Gentle Lavender, and I think what I'll do is just add in some bits. And now, I'm going to put them on with a smoothie, and it's got like a little bit of a pump action to it. So I can just ink up my stamp and just stamp it anywhere. The thing I love about these is you have really beautiful coverage on them. And a lot of times when you have solid stamps, they're kind of difficult to stamp with regular inks. You almost need to use a stamp, sort of a press or something like that, whereas these, you can just add it around wherever you want, and it's really, really pretty. The thing is about stamping, you really kind of want to just do a random stamping. And I think it's kind of funny, but you have to really not think about what you're doing when you random stamp. If you think about it too much, it's difficult to do. But if you just place it anywhere, you can always go back and add a few more. But you've got a little bit of color everywhere. And I think I'll add just a tiny bit up into this corner here. Don't think about it too much, like that. So let me take this off, and I'm going to just grab a grime boss. We'll give it a quick wipe, and we'll put our leaf on there. And let's move that one over. And I'm going to start using the Sweet Apple. This is the Cosmic Shimmer Chalk Cloud. It's a real bright, sort of pretty green. We're just going to add in some leaves all over around the edges and just kind of coming in, over stamping some of the flowers. Just adds a little bit of greenery. You can put it just about anywhere. There we go. Just sort of twist it. Get a little bit of other color coming through. There we go. We'll add a few more around the edge here. Do one more out of that and just sort of off the edge. And then I'm going to add in another little leaf. Let me just do a quick wipe. Dry that off. And there's another one. It's a completely different style. And we're going to go to the Subtle Sage, which is a completely different shade. Add a few of these in. Nice to fill in little spots too. I've got quite a bit of open space here still. You want to re-ink every single time. Just stamp it. Super easy. These just stamp beautifully. Go to your edges. Just have a few kind of coming in and around. There we go. Put a couple in here. And let's throw one more right about here. Okay. And I've got another flower. Pop those off to the side. And I think I'll bring in the Vanilla Twist with this one. Let's just wipe up a little bit there. This one's the palest tone. It's that real pretty kind of yellowy color, almost like a creamy yellow. What's nice about this is you can add in some color and just over stamp, and it just kind of fills in little bits of area there. You don't really get the sense of the flower because it's very, very pale, but you get the sense of the color coming through. So I really love this one. And this is the one I usually will use last to just sort of fill in those extra little white areas. What's nice is when you have this all finished, you have something that really does look like some nice decorative paper. So pretty. A few more. Let's do 2 or 3 more here and fill this in. There we go. Maybe there, and maybe just one more going off the page here. Okay, so I mean, you could add a few more leaves around some of those spots, but you kind of get the idea. Just really random all around, but you can see what beautiful coverage the chalk clouds give you. So, okay, so from this point, let's clean this up. We'll move these to the side. Let me wipe this down. So what you want to do next is cut some frames out of this. So I'm going to bring in my double stitched hexagons, and we are going to put them on, and I'll just do all of them at one time. Get them sort of centered. And you can get out a ruler if you want them to be absolutely dead even. Tape that in, and this will be my first frame, so just get them equal distance. And I'll get one more piece of tape there. And I'm going to make a smaller frame in here too. So just get them lined up because we're going to use them exactly as they are. There we go. That looks pretty good. One more piece of tape there. Put them onto our cutting plate and run them through. Okay. So now what we have is a background piece like this, and we have 2 thinner frames like that, and like that, and 2 wider pieces. But as you'll notice, all the pattern still is exactly the same because we're going to be using all the same pieces, okay? Now I've done one earlier and just gotten it started for us and added some mounting foam. So I'm going to set this to the side and show you that one. So here's the original piece that I cut the outer edge out of. Then on the next frame, I've added some mounting foam. So I've raised that up so we'll get that high kind of low look from this. Take all my backing pieces off, and then make sure you've got the right pattern. So find my rust sort of flower, put that right back into place. Just get that on there so your pattern continues up and over. And then we want to put this next one down into that, so make sure, let's see, nope, there we go. So I'll use a bit of glue for this because this is going to go down flat. There we go. And same exact pattern, and we're going to push that right down into that aperture. Okay. And then the next one is the frame we did. So I've got this with mounting foam on the back to raise it. So we're just basically paper piecing it back together from how we cut it. So make sure you've got, let's work out the puzzle piece. There we go. No, that's not it. Is that it? That looks like it. Yep. There we go. And the bottom piece. I'll add some glue to that one, and we'll just put that right into the center. And looks like that, right like that. There we go. I just love the way that looks. And if you wanted to add a little bit of interest, you could even use some spray glue on the frames and put some glitter on them to really get them to stand out. But you've got just the same exact pattern that you stamped, but raised up and lower down, raised up, lower down. So I think that's really pretty. I've got a sentiment here. I've just put a thinking of you. I'm going to pop that in, and I'll tell you what, since it's going to go, let's see if we can put a little closer there. Yeah, take off a little bit on this end. I'm going to tuck it right under the end there. Put that right into there, and we can even fold those up a little bit. And now we're going to add some sparkle with our flowers. So I've cut the pinwheel with a piece of sticky adhesive on it, and let me bring in our frosted sparkle glitter bits and a piece of copy paper. Move that over a little bit. So what I want to do is peel this backing off, get it started around my flower. Let me use a pokey tool here. There we go, get under that. Peel that off, and I'm just gonna do the petals on this, just around the edge here. Not the very center yet. Get all those little petals. There we go. And I've got the flower part of this, and I'm just going to offset it so it's in between, and I can lay that right onto there, and it should stick into the middle where we don't have the glitter. And let me just get this out of our way. There we go. An 8mm pearl, we can put that in the middle, and that should be sticky enough. Let's see if that'll hold like that. There we go. So now I've got a really pretty flower to use, and I've done these in 3 different sizes. So I will put them on with a glue dot. I'm going to use the 2 largest ones down here in the corner. Just pop those on there. Ooh, that pearl is not going to stick. I tell you what, we'll add a little bit of glue under it. It's just a tiny bit recessed there. Pop that over. That should work. Give it a second. Set up. And I've got the second largest one here. Kind of overlap that a little bit, and we'll put the other one, the smaller one, up in the corner opposite. And bring in our Windswept Grass. Now, a couple of these I've cut down a little bit already. Put some glue on the tips of these. And there's 2 different directions, so I've got one going each way. And I like the way they just kind of follow the shape of that hexagon around. And these 2 have cut down a little smaller. There we go. Tuck those right under there. And this last little guy under this one. Whoops, there we go. Add a couple of little pearls in the corner, and there you have it. I just think that is such a pretty card. And it looks like you've spent so much time on it, and it's just so easy. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and don't forget our YouTube channel is just full of videos for you to watch.